The following program is brought to you by Wightman TV and Bruce Telecom.
Hi, my name is Sharon Darcy and I'm the General Manager at the North Perth Chamber of Commerce. And I'd like to welcome you to the September edition of what's happening here in North Perth. We've had a fantastic summer, not to mention our yarn bombing was a big success. But I wanted to have a chance to tell you a little bit about a trip that the Chamber is doing with Fettis Travel and Colette Tours. The Chamber last September had offered a trip out to our members and the public to join us in discovering Ireland. And it was such a fantastic trip. It was 11 days of amazing connections to Ireland and a wonderful tour guide, and just felt like you were treated like a king in the whole tour. So of course we've had a wonderful experience from the get-go with both Fettis and Colette Travel, so we decided to do it again. So in September of 2016, the Chamber is offering another trip, and we want to tour Tuscany. It's a brand new tour from Colette Travel, and it's another 10-day tour with 3 locations that we will be staying in as we tour in and out and around Paris, or Italy. So if you're interested in any of the details, we're going to have an information session being held at Trillium Mutual Office on October the 1st from 10 a.m. to noon. And if you want to reserve a seat, please give me a call at the North Perth Chamber at 519-291-1551 to book that seat. And it's not a sales pitch. We just want to tell you about this tour, and if you're at all interested, it's just come and get that information. The Chamber has had lots of other things planned for our September. We are just launching a nominations for the Business Excellence Awards that we hold every year. The Chamber of Commerce puts this on because we are very proud of our business owners in our community. It extends to the service organizations of North Perth, as well as the new businesses that have been developed within our community. It's an opportunity to showcase what we have, and the whole sense of pride comes from the community that sends in their nominations. We have an opportunity to go out and celebrate with the nominations, with the nominees that are in this whole process. And then we have a celebration at the end of October where the businesses are invited to a dinner and gala. And we are giving out the recipient names of almost 8 or 9 categories that will be in this year's runnings. So we really encourage you to watch the details online at www.npchamber.com. We encourage you to take a few minutes to make a nomination. If you love a business in our community, we want to hear from you. If you have had the privilege to have some of the service organizations aid or assist you in any way, we sure would like to hear from you. And it only takes 2 minutes, and you have a chance to win $100 of our Shop Local Dollar program, so it keeps everything local. Please go online and check out our events. There's always lots of events happening in North Perth, and we really encourage you to come and see what's going on, and or at the same time, maybe even you want to list an event with us. I can be reached anytime from at the North Perth Chamber here, or just give me a call at 519-291-1551.
Hi, my name is Lisa Schaefer, and I'm the coordinator for Community of Character of North Perth. In September, we celebrate the character attribute of respect. Respect is when you choose to be respectful to everyone. Our character challenge is, it's important to respect others. Try to honor each and every person you communicate with daily, including yourself. We are starting to get ready for our Character Week in November. If you are interested in joining us or helping us, please contact us at www.communityofcharacter.ca. You can also look for us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. As always, we encourage you to live, work, and play with character.
So have you heard about yarn bombing Listowel? The North Perth Chamber of Commerce got this big idea about yarn bombing Listowel through a conversation with Michelle McDonald at Spinrite Yarn Factory Outlet. And it was just a conversation on how we could bring visitors to the community and have them see something a little different. She told me to go watch a video online, and it just kind of totally inspired me to do this. It was fun, and all it is basically taking yarn items and making them splashed around the community on outside objects such as our fence. The idea of doing it on our fence came from our first call out online that we're going to do this project, and we had overwhelming response from community members that said they had unused projects that they were never going to do anything with, or bags of yarn that they had got from relatives that they're just going to throw out, or could we do something with them? And we started our little collection. And one day a lady came in, and a gentleman in our community had lost his wife this past April, and she just loved to sit at nighttime and make some rope yarn, and she ended up having like 4 bags of this rope yarn. And we looked at it, thought this is something that we could do in her honor, and it can be something that be on site year after year. So that kind of birthed the whole idea of having this beautiful sign, Yarn Bomb Listowel. And we have had people literally pull over the side of the streets to get pictures of this fencing. And we're in the midst of it right now. Yarn Bombing Listowel was to run from August 10th to August 20th, and we have had countless people stop us and tell us what they think of the project as being just something so totally new. Spinrite's tent event is being held right at the same time, and they bring thousands of people to our community to their tent sale, and this was a chance for us to have them tour our town a little bit more and maybe get to know some of our business owners and stick around a little longer and maybe have a chance to have dinner here at one of our local establishments. So this, so far, is year 1. The project has been fantastic, and we've done a quick little video, and we encourage you to watch it to see what it looks like. The other part of just seeing what it looks like is more like feeling what it looks like, and it has been a terrific project. We encourage any other community to get involved in something similar to this. It really brings everybody together, not just business owners doing a tourist project. It actually turns out that it's a community involvement, a real sense of pride, and we just want to demonstrate how much we love Listowel, and we love having visitors come to our community. Hi, I'm with Liz Arkinstall, who is the Community Engagement Manager with Libro Credit Union. And I'm thrilled to be able to talk to our partner about the new prosperity project that has come about through Libro. And I'm hoping Liz will tell me all the things I need to know to understand this project. Can you tell me how it started, Liz?
Sure. Really, what's meant by the Prosperity Project is we want to engage everyone in Southwestern Ontario about growing prosperity. So it really came together because the very purpose, the very reason we get up in the morning at Libro Credit Union is to help our owners grow prosperity. And really everything was just kind of coming together, and we thought, we don't want to do this alone. We want to engage with other people. So we started the Prosperity Project. So it's part of a journey, but certainly we're inviting others to engage with us and tell us what prosperity means to them.
So how, when you reach out to your members or the community, such as Listowel, who's been seeing this out there, and they get thinking about that word prosperity, like you said, it means different to other people, and you're collecting all this information. They'd go online. It's still open. You're still looking for it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's prosperityproject.ca, and we know that it means something different to everyone, and we want to hear, the people in Listowel, what it means to them, for their families, their communities. And so absolutely, that website is where we're kind of starting that conversation and collecting that information.
Excellent. And so there's no answer right now. So
Well,
everybody's going to be able to give their questions or give their response to it, and Libro's going to collect this data?
Yeah, so like I said, this is why we get up in the morning, and it's to build prosperity. We know it's a very personal thing, so and we're trying to transform what banking means, and so we can't do that until we know what it is that people are thinking out there in Southwestern Ontario. So we've launched this project knowing that it's the start of something. We have some plans, but we don't have all the answers, and we really want to collaborate and engage with people in Listowel and the surrounding communities.
That's fantastic. So we encourage people to respond.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think just knowing that the Prosperity Project itself is much broader than just our granting program or how we coach our owners. It's really just trying to get everyone involved in that conversation.
So we're going to carry on this conversation with other members of the Listowel branch and ask them similar questions as to what's the next stage.
So we know that Listowel is a vibrant community with businesses, community leaders, entrepreneurs, agriculture, and we want to hear what it means to them. So we know those definitions are very different for everyone, and so getting them to go to that website and having that conversation. We know that there's lots to offer, there's lots to celebrate within our communities, and we want to hear from them.
And it's such a positive thing. Like the whole project is a positive spin that we can spend a lot of time bringing people together, and I am totally thrilled with that whole let's see Listowel prosper, and it not just through the eyes of business but through the eyes of the community.
Yeah,
and it's
absolutely. I think we've always done a lot of things to invest in our communities, which we will continue to do. But I think really what sets us apart is our coaching and our coaching culture and working every day with our owners on building what prosperity means to them. And so I think that's something we can celebrate in Listowel and all of Southwestern Ontario, but really just knowing that you've got that financial coach in your corner to help you get where you need to be.
a real sense of pride.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's fantastic, Liz. Thanks for your time.
Okay, thank you.
I'm with Jordan Moat, branch manager at the Listowel Libro Credit Union, and Jordan is going to answer some of the questions I might have directed about the Prosperity Project. As Liz and I were talking, we saw the bigger picture with the Prosperity Project. I'm really liking this whole concept, and I'm really curious as to what the Listowel branch is seeing from the launching of this project.
Sure. That's great. So as Liz mentioned, she talked a lot about growing prosperity and how Libro does that for all of Southwestern Ontario. Now we want to focus in on what's going on in Listowel. That's my job here as the branch manager. And, we really see it right down from helping somebody with their first home and getting a mortgage, or helping a small business that's new to our community, get them established. One way we're doing that is through our Prosperity Booster. So if somebody comes in and opens a new account with us, we'll give $25 that they can spend locally at any shop. That will go right back into their account. So that's just one aspect of the Prosperity Project that is unique to the communities such as Listowel.
Oh, that sounds exciting, and of course, it's going to prosper. It's going around. There was conversation about the coaching that's offered here with Libro.
Exactly. So the question we're asking is, what does prosperity mean to you? Once we've defined what prosperity means to you, we want you to sit with one of our coaches so they can help you build that prosperity. So we'll know where you started today and what that future goal is that is going to define that prosperity for you, and our coach will help you reach it.
That's almost a nice big solution for some people. It's hard to look into the future and know what you want, but the questions have to be asked. So I think that's fantastic that you start and you're really working with your owners. I notice you don't use the word members, you use the word owners, and I like that whole ownership part of where Libro's taking this. Is there anything else about this project that...
Well, I will say yes. We use the term owners because anybody who does have an account with Libro is considered an owner of the credit union. That is part of what makes credit unions different. But one other piece would be that we do like to collaborate with other partners and businesses as well. So such as the North Perth Chamber of Commerce, we see them helping to build prosperity in the community, and we want to partner with you guys and other community groups that are very similar to that.
That's fantastic, because nothing would be better than a prosperous Listowel.
That's correct.
Thanks, Jordan.
Thank you.
The Listowel Golf Club. Cool. Okay, it's going to be nice.
That'd be nice. It's a nice location.
Yeah. Were you at the last one? Yeah. You at the one up there? Yeah. I also get to share a conversation with Jeff McCallum, who is the chair of the Listowel Branch Council. Jeff, I think that's kind of a mouthful, and I really wouldn't mind if you would share your position within Libro with the audience.
Absolutely. So each of the branches has a branch council. We call each of the people that sit on it an owner representative. So the owner representatives speak for the voice of the members or the owners at that branch, and they take the vote and the voice forward onto the board of governors. They take the voice forward onto the board of directors that goes to the CEO down through the staff.
Excellent. So you're the Listowel voice.
I am
part of the
Listowel voice, and chairing that council to help lead that conversation here in this community, 31 branches in 25 communities.
Excellent. So that's pretty huge, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. It's a huge undertaking.
And the whole governance of the each branch is pretty much similar throughout.
Absolutely. Each of the 31 branches have the same structure. The size of the council can vary between them based on their membership and how many owners they have.
Excellent.
But it's definitely something that keeps Libro local, the conversation local. Libro knows what's going on in each community coming through those councils, which is really a nice touch.
Well, it's really great that you're willing to sit on a board to help make decisions for your local community. The next part of this prosperity project that I'm curious about is what's next with this funding that's available, how Libro's choosing to give back to the communities. What's the stages and what's happening with that right now with funding?
Absolutely. So we have a cool project we call the Prosperity Fund, where community groups can apply for funding in 3 different areas that we're looking for. So we're looking for economic development, money smarts, and youth development. Or youth leadership.
Right.
So within those aspects, we have $500,000 that we're looking at sending out into the community to help build prosperity in the community with these funds. So right now, the individual branches are each looking at their grants between $5,000 and $10,000 to send out in the community, and a corporate side, looking across southwestern Ontario and some of those larger grants between $10,000 and $150,000. To give out to those community groups in those areas that need a little launch, push off, take off, or what they're looking for to take their projects further. So we had 192 applications this year, and we're reviewing them at the different levels and looking for the results to come out mid-October of what's going to come out of that, which is really exciting.
Is totally exciting and wonderful that Libro looks at the internal portion of prosperity and what it means to a community, and the differences that this could actually make and feel within the community.
Absolutely. And just last year, we gave away $200,000 in the Huron-Perth area to 13 different organizations, including the Listowel Agricultural Society, Listowel High School's band, and the Huron Business Development Corporation. That's what I'm looking for.
Oh, excellent.
So there's definitely large impact even coming up into the communities. In every community, there's impact.
As exciting as this is, if anybody's interested in finding the results, a lot of them probably in the area have already sent in some applications, so they'll get to find out how the results have turned out by Libro.
Yes, by late October, we'll have some announcing events and launchings off of these programs, and so keep an eye on our website and on social media, and stop in and ask if you haven't heard that all.
Okay, Jeff, I have one more question for you. We've talked a little bit about the cooperatives. Can you explain to me what that is, as somebody listening to this and in reference to opportunities within Libro that the cooperatives offer?
Absolutely. So a cooperative is quite simply any business that is owned by the people it services. So we kind of have three different areas. You have a consumer co-op where the people purchasing the products own the business.
Yeah. Okay.
There's also worker co-ops where the people working in the co-op own the business, and producer co-ops where the producers own the business to gather some of that supply chain. So Libro is quite simply a financial consumer co-op whereby our owners or our members own Libro, the credit union.
That's a real powerful statement and opportunity for an owner, isn't it? Like, you really get engaged, and being responsible for how a business is growing and operating. So we were talking a little bit about a camp that you were recently at.
Absolutely. So part of the whole cooperative movement is to help build leaders. Leaders are very important in the co-op movement. We have these organizations that have focus groups and have boards that need leadership. So we pull out these leaders and try to give them skills so that they can come back into the cooperative movement, whether it be at the credit union or local co-ops, to lead throughout the program. So we try to pull youth into the programs, to give them some leadership skills, hopefully building our future leaders of tomorrow for the system.
That's wonderful. And so obviously some skilled trainers are out there engaging the youth, or do they qualify for this program somehow?
Absolutely. So the youth are selected from within the credit union and co-op sector, and all the volunteers leading it are all volunteers from within it, either staff or some other format of it, and come together and lead that for these youth to understand.
So is it a summer camp, or is this like a 1 week thing that you were?
It's a series of 1 week camps. So there's this year there's 5 different weeks of camp that came out of that, and yeah.
And isn't that the great thing, that we're going to build leaders within our community at a youthful age, so that they are coming hopefully back to our community, strong leaders and taking such a positive spin, and their own ownership for being responsible within a business or organization.
Absolutely. It's building our future leaders for the system. So it's experiencing.
We want them in Listowel.
We want them in Listowel, yes.
Fantastic. Thanks, Jeff.
No problem.
I'm with Cathy Bieman of the Perth County Visitors Association, and an exciting tour is coming up. Cathy, can you tell me about it?
Sure, it's our straw sculpture tour and farm dinner, and it's on starts August 29th until September 19th, and you tour around Perth County and look at all the different straw sculptures that people have done all over their farms. And then to top it off, we have a farm dinner in Milverton at the Agriculture Center, and any of the farmers that participated in the straw tour actually have food at the farm dinner. So it's local,
really
local.
Bringing it all home, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah, it's great.
So if people are wanting to do the tour, they would go online?
Yeah, they can go to visitperth.ca and download the map, and then you can do the tour on your own. And there's lots of farm gate sales too. So we encourage people to buy local and support your local farmers while you're off doing the tours. It's very cool. It's fun. Some of the sculptures are amazing. And the North Perth Chamber is going to be doing one too.
It's nothing but fun in Perth County, right?
Nothing but fun.
Thanks, Cathy.
Thank you so much.
I'd like to thank you for spending some time with me and watching this month's edition of What's Happening in North Perth. And I just want to let you know again that a lot of work is always going into some of the activities and little projects that we have here. And this is one of them. I want to end by just reminding you to watch the video about the fact that the North Perth Chamber worked hard in about 2008 bringing these benches to our community. You'll see them all over different placements, and we had fun bringing them back to life. We got out all our paint buckets and took some time making them look a little bit more refreshed, and we totally encourage you to come shop and discover North Perth. Thanking our partners in their commitment to the Chamber, supporting our endeavors towards business prosperity and a stronger community. Our partners are Listowel Technology, the North Perth Municipality, Wightman Telecom, Ideal Supply, the Listowel Banner, Cherry Bus Lines, Canada Trust, Libro Credit Union, Conceptual Pathways, and Right Bite Orthodontics.
The preceding program was brought to you by Wightman TV and Bruce Telecom.